The problem of evil is something that really slows down people in terms of their willingness and their ability to explore the possibility of having a relationship with God. Now, Scripture at the very beginning of the Bible speaks of a perfected creation and speaks of the introduction of evil into this creation. And there's both good and bad news at the beginning of Genesis, because the good news is that we were created to be a perfect creation. God gave us opportunity to choose to be in relationship with Him, and that there was another fork in the road humanity could have taken other than the one that we've been familiar with for 5,000 plus years of recorded human history. Humanity could not, at the very beginning, choose to live a life without evil and without difficulty. But the good news is also this, that since that point in time, God has been working through human history, looking for those who would seek to draw close to Him. And as those who would look to seek to draw close to Him have done so, there is a stepping out of a reality where we are governed by the rules of this present age and governed by evil. And there is an opportunity, even while we live in the very same bodies, even while we live under this very same governance, even while we live doing our things with other people who are not part of the same administration in the same kingdom as we are, there's an opportunity to start living in a kingdom where the evil that is within us personally and that is within the communities that we live in, that is within our families, that is within our most intimate and closest relationships, the evil starts to recede. The evil starts to move back. The evil starts to lose its grip on us. And it does not mean that you will be a perfect person and never do anything wrong again. But it does mean that over the course of your living in the midst of this present age, the hold, yes, even the stranglehold that evil seems to have on us will end up starting to loosen, starting to fade, and starting to let go. Now, as that happens, here's the other problem with this. As evil starts to end up losing its grip on you, things that you thought would never bother you and things that weren't really your issue and your problem because you were dealing with far greater evil start to become even more disgusting and more despicable to you, because what has ended up happening is smaller amounts of evil are perceptible to you because the large evil that used to control you has totally lost its grip on you. So the ironic thing about walking with God, the ironic thing about being a person who turns their back upon evil, the ironic thing about being a person who is in the process of being separated from what was really vile, what was really wicked, and what was really evil is that the small things that you never noticed before will start to distress you. Because it's only what you see, only what you perceive, and only what you reject as not being part of the righteous life that you have the opportunity to live. It's only when you see this stuff that you can truly be delivered from this. And this is God's version of walking with us. And ultimately, what theology majors, ultimately what academics, ultimately what the Bible calls this process is it's a process of sanctification. And when Yeshua was with his disciples and was about to leave, he said, I've got to leave now, because if I don't leave now, I can't send a comforter. And what Yeshua describes is he describes the Spirit of God as being one who will be with us, who will be our coach, who will speak to us, who will point out evil, who will give us an opportunity to morally understand what we are called to in this life, and who will have a hand in helping us become a transformed people. This is, on a personal level, part of God's plan for dealing with evil. Shalom.